Homura Akemi is a character from the anime Puella Magi Madoka Magica. She is a Puella Magi who makes her first appearance in Madoka Akemi's dream, and later moves to her high school. She is a beautiful but enigmatic young woman who excels in both academics and sports, which makes her very popular in school despite her serious and aloof personality. Homura possesses a deep knowledge of various Puellas Magus and is well aware of their darker aspects. She also strives to keep Madoka and Sayaka Miki away from QB contracts, especially Madoka, whom she seems to know deeply. He constantly works to protect them and the other girls from the dangers that lurk around them. Homura has undergone several changes in her appearance and personality. At first she was a girl with braids and glasses who suffered from great physical weakness. Her personality was insecure, shy and lacked self-confidence due to her long hospitalization. Aware of this, she felt useless until she was rescued by Madoka and Mami. Madoka used to be as insecure as she was, but after becoming a Puella Magi, she gained self-confidence. This is how Homura became fascinated by Madoka, whom she considers her first friend and admires for both her strength and selfless kindness. However, when Madoka dies at the end of the first timeline, she decides to become a Puella Magi like the others, wishing to remake her encounter with Madoka as someone who protects her. By making the contract with QB, she receives a unique power to go back in time or stop it completely. After making the contract with QB, Homura is forced to go back in time through various timelines to try to save Madoka once and for all, witnessing her friends die or become witches, leading her to become desensitized to everything except Madoka, her best friend. Her repeated experiences, in addition to the magic she used to regain her good vision and health, have allowed her to improve both academically and physically, as well as gather a lot of information about Walpurgis Night. After these events, Homura shows herself to be a serious, intelligent, and refined girl. She has a cold personality and her only purpose in life is to save Madoka from becoming a Puella Magi. Since the other girls do not understand her motives, she decides to work alone. She seems to be obsessed with protecting and making Madoka happy, and appears as the antagonist in the first few episodes. However, Homura not only has the responsibility to save Madoka, but also to save herself, as she is destined to repeat the same time period in different scenarios, but with increasingly darker outcomes. Despite this, she is determined to save Madoka and does not care what happens to herself. Homura Akemi, a shy girl with a heart condition, finds herself in a series of alternate timelines after becoming a Puella Magi. In the first, she meets Madoka Kaname and Mami Tomo, who are Puella's Magus and save her from a witch. Afterwards, Madoka becomes a witch and Homura wishes to turn back time to save her, repeating tragic events. In the following timelines, Homura tries to prevent Madoka from making a contract with QB, but her efforts are in vain. In one of the timelines, Madoka becomes a goddess to save all Puella's Magus, including herself. However, Homura, consumed by the desire to protect Madoka, rewrites reality, becoming a demon of sorts and keeping Madoka imprisoned in a utopia. Throughout these timelines, Homura undergoes a personal transformation from an insecure girl to a cold and determined figure, willing to sacrifice everything for Madoka. Despite her best efforts, she faces a series of tragedies and ethical dilemmas, questioning her own humanity and sacrificing her own happiness for Madoka's sake. Its unique ability lies in controlling time, either by stopping it or creating time cycles, although it has its limitations. When stopping time, it can only do so for a few minutes, and its time cycles usually extend for 1 or 2 months approximately. This ability is activated through its small shield, which reveals an intricate mechanism when activated, while 2 side circles show purple sand flowing into the device, used to stop time. In addition, it can store weapons and objects inside the shield. People who come into physical contact with Homura are not affected by the time stop. On her own, she lacks offensive abilities, but uses conventional weapons such as grenades, bombs, guns, and other weaponry. Since her shield is purely defensive, she is forced to improvise, stealing weapons that she then imbues with her magic to harm witches. In the new universe created by Madoka, after making a new wish, her weapon transforms into a bow and arrows, similar to Madoka's but with Homura's signature style and colors. Although her current ability is unknown, according to the manga Wraith arc, she seems to be able to manipulate memories, both her own and those of others, leading her to question Madoka's existence and whether she herself has been manipulated in her own memories. Homura transforms into a demon after snatching part of Ultimate Madoka's powers and restructuring the universe, considering herself a demon for having usurped Madoka's place as goddess of the new world. In this new form, she displays 2 large wings on her back with black feathers, dark attire, stockings adorned with diamonds, black gloves, and Madoka's signature bow in her hair. As a goddess, Homura has sacrificed some of her sanity, but retains the ability to control the incubators, manipulate the feelings and memories of others, and hold Ultimate Madoka to prevent her from undoing Utopia and allowing Madoka to find happiness as an ordinary girl. Although she accepts that she will eventually have to face Madoka in combat. While Ultimate Madoka personifies hope, Akuma Homura personifies love. She is approximately 156 centimeters to 157 centimeters tall. She shares voice actress with Itagi Senjigahara from Monogatari, Alicia Rue from Sword Art Online, and Nove Nakajima from Mahou Shoujo Lyrical Nanoha. Interestingly, Homura and Hitagi are very similar in their cold and expressionless attitudes. According to a calendar scene at her home, she transferred to school on March 25th. Her parents have never been seen. Homura is possibly an orphan. It is known from episode 1 that she studied at a Catholic school in Tokyo before transferring to Madoka's school. She is the character with the most nicknames. She is commonly called Homo by the Inukuri animation team. Her more innocent version with braids and glasses is nicknamed Moemura, while her would-be version is called Kulmura by Yumi Aoki, and fans call the new universe Homura Ribbon Mura, while they call her Homucifer in her evil goddess form, the true nickname of this form being Akuma Homura. Homura's name in her goddess form is called Akuma Homura, and this is a play on words, as Akuma, Japanese for demon, and Akemi start with the same letters A and K, and their penultimate letter in both is M, thus both words sound very similar. According to a Nitro Plus Q&A panel, Homura has traveled through about 100 timelines. In the same panel, it is revealed that Homura is considered the strongest Puella Magi, as long as no one discovers the nature of her power, which is evidenced in the Rebellion story, where Mami gives her a tough battle to find out how her power to manipulate time works. She learned how to make bombs by searching via the internet, as seen in the reflection of her glasses in episode 10. She calls everyone by their last name or by their full name, being very shy at first and then trying to be emotionally distant with those who were once her friends. However, she eventually calls Madoka by her first name after revealing the truth to her. He also called Kyoko by her name only after she died. When he wore glasses, he used to call everyone by their last name followed by the term san, something that is still seen with the magical girls of Magia Record, whom he also calls by their last names. In the PSP game, it is revealed that originally Homura, in the anime timeline, planned to get along with Mami, Kyoko, and Sayaka, but Kyubi intervened to antagonize Homura. It is also revealed in Madoka's route that Homura feels remorse for not saving all the victims of the witch kisses she encounters, as she doesn't have enough magic and time to do so, but that she will still achieve her goals, saving Madoka and defeating Walpurgis Night. Jan Urabuchi, the creator of the series, commented that he only knew that pocket watches work with complex gears despite not understanding how they work, and applied the idea to the mechanism Homura uses on her shield. He further explains that Homura's shield only has the power to turn back time by 1 month. In the game Madoka Magica, the battle pentagram manages to become closer friends with Madoka, Mami, Sayaka, and Kyoko. It may be that the two versions of Homura, Shurgon, which, as Doppel, represent the personality change Homura undergoes. She is the only Puella Magi of Madoka Magica that is not known about any family members, as Madoka's parents and younger brother could be seen during the anime. In episode 7, when Madoka went to Sayaka's house to look for her, the silhouettes of Sayaka's parents appear, who told her that they haven't heard from her since the last time she was home. They are also seen in Sayaka's flashbacks of Kyosuke. Kyoko's father ended the life of Kyoko's mother and younger sister and then ended his own life. Mami's parents died in a car accident. Nagisa's parents are known about thanks to Magia Record. Nagisa's father abandoned them and her mother was seriously ill and died in the hospital after being stabbed by a magical girl. I hope you liked the video. If you want me to bring a video about your waifu, comment it. Do not forget to check the videos of the channel. See you in the next video.